And the one last thing on Rodgers, while I'm just on a roll here. I hope he's coming back. I overheard him say that he told Derwin James, give me a few weeks, when Derwin James says, are you coming back? It would make, obviously, this season that much more interesting. All the Jets have to do is hover around that 7th and final playoff spot for this to possibly happen. I don't know, man. Did you see the shoes he was wearing last night? Did you see those?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are the shoes I wear when I've got lower back pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's, like they look like the athletic equivalent of whatever DeSantis is wearing. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
So I can't really put too much. It is election day, right?
Yeah.
So I can't put too much
off here midterm
stock in any of this. I hope this is there to actually help him, get back, because, man, last night it's just a friggin' shame seeing this defense ball out and do to Justin Herbert things that doesn't really usually happen to Justin Herbert. And they did give up a couple of touchdowns to Eckler, but that one at the end was just window dressing, man. You can't keep 3-and-outing your defense back on the field and expect results, and the Jets defense keeps giving you results. And they are balling out. And I hope that vaunted brotherhood feeling that they keep talking about and truly mean, I'm not, when I say keep talking about, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It does. They need it, because off of a loss like that is beyond deflating. And now they're going to go to Vegas, where the Raiders feel like, they've just been liberated. And then, they have to go to Buffalo, and then Miami. It doesn't look good. That is a crucial loss that the Jets suffered last night. And then I guess, let me just say this for the Chargers. They are now in the realm of, okay, that's 2 in a row, but who is it against? Right? Again, that Jets defense is nothing to sneeze at. That is something that they did their best to get through. And they're playmakers. I mean, good to see Eckler back in the end zone a couple of times like that. That catch I saw Keenan Allen make last night is truly one of the best that's out there. And then the defense has got guys all over the map that you have to tip your cap to, that when you've got a struggling offense that doesn't appear to be throwing much imagination your way, take care of business on the road in front of the whole country like that. Line of the night from Troy Aikman saying Robert Saleh is surprised that his beard wasn't turning gray, because mine certainly would have if I was staying up till 4:30 in the morning watching that.
Yeah,
but
Troy was on a bender, Rich. Troy was going all in. You could sense his disgust in the first quarter, and by the end of the game, he was ripping. And he made the point. He goes, everyone says wait until Aaron Rodgers comes back. He goes, I don't think it matters. He goes, this is a bad team. He goes, it's a bad team with a good defense, but I don't know how much better they would be with Aaron Rodgers. And as for those shoes, I told these guys, I spoke to Aaron, saw him briefly at the Breeders' Cup here in Santa Anita in Southern California on Saturday. He's moving just fine. He gave me the same, what he tells everyone. Yeah, I'm getting better. But those are kind of those shoes your grandfather would wear, walking around the house. They're not meant for playing football, but he's moving fine. Like, anybody who just walked in and didn't know who the guy in the purple suit was, they wouldn't look at him and go, wow, that guy's really dragging his leg. He looks fine.
Which is great.
No one is chasing him.
Really? I mean, because, again, the team that I just saw lose here, the Miami Dolphins, are a team that leads the league in quarterback hits. When you put the Jets schedule up again one more time, if you don't mind. I think they have the Dolphins late in the season. Actually, no, that's not true. They have the Dolphins on Black Friday, and he won't be back for that. How about that one? Let's just say he comes back. What, Cleveland? Really? You're going to have a guy
that's a TNF game too.
Let's do the math. That's 2 months away, 8 weeks removed from wearing shoes like that to having Myles Garrett come after you.
3 days after Christmas on TNF.
All right. Okay. You know what I mean?
No chance.
I just don't know if that is even smart for him.
Exactly.
Even smart for him, because if he does want to play next year, and the Jets are clearly keeping the light on for him in ways that they're bending over backwards. They damn near. I can't. How much? Do you know how much Devontae Adams must have cost the Jets if the Raiders actually said yes? Honestly, don't you think it would have been at least a one back to Vegas for him?
Okay. I mean, can you imagine the look on Devontae's face last night too if Zach Wilson overthrew him 3 times?
I think he's he's fortunate on that. You know, I don't want to go full Namath here, man. Because again, I just don't know. I'm not a film guy. The film guys are really laying it on Nathaniel Hackett's feet today, and so they've got a short week. Here comes Vegas. Maybe they could turn around and look great. I mean, crazier things have happened in that town, I'm sure. So there you have it.
As for the playoff seeding,
yes, sir.
Just one little thing. The guys in NFL Network Research crunched the numbers last night. We're doing game day final, like what could have and what might happen. They actually would have jumped to the 6th spot last night. Cleveland would have gone to 7. They would have had Cleveland on conference record. So they would have been in the 6th spot this morning and feeling good. Now, the one thing is they're only a game back in the win column for what it's worth.
Look, but brother, they've come back from their bye week with a lucky win over the Giants.
Yeah.
And then last night, there's no reason to sit here and think this team is in any way, shape, or form ready to make a run. Take a look at the quarterbacks in front of them. Give me one that you would take Zach Wilson over. Give me one.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I would not.
Herbert, Stroud, Allen, Burrow, Deshaun. Then Pickett, you'd have to, pause there for a split second and then look at his fourth quarter numbers. Tua, Trevor Lawrence, and then Lamar and Mahomes. Forget it. I'm not saying it's over. They're 4-4. There's lots more to be played. Can he go on some sort of a run or a tear? I'm just wondering why Josh Dobbs is able to do it in a 48-hour period. Maybe it's because he is the Pastronaut, as he's apparently being called right now.
It's amazing.
I heard that. I love that.
It's great.
Yes, that's the Pastronaut. Apparently, is a nickname being thrown out for him because he's brilliant. He's a rocket scientist. That's why he's able to do this on short notice. Kevin O'Connell can get in his ear and say, "That guy's running a post to your right. The guy on your left is running, a curl route. Go for it, kid." And then he can turn into Lamar Jackson. Again, I'm all I'm saying is I'm very thankful that I was able to stroll around here in Berlin today, feeling good, because I was not battling 90 minutes rest because I stayed up for that last night.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.